Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Queen Sugar Season 2, Episode 15. And the name of this episode is Copper Sun. Next week is going to be the season finale, and yeah, I think it's definitely going to be, it's going to blow everybody away, because this episode was very emotional, and it really tugged at your heart. But before I get into it, let me offer my love and condolences to everyone that was affected by the tragedy in Texas, as well as Las Vegas. And also everyone that was affected by hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Jose, and Maria. If you could give any kind of relief or any support to everyone that was affected by these tragedies, please do so. We really need to be there for our fellow man in these crazy times that we're living in, and we definitely need to pull each other up. Because united we stand, divided we fall. Alright, so let me begin with this review. The episode opens up, this is the next morning, Ralph Angel has slept has pretty much, slept the alcohol off. Because you saw the last time we saw Ralph Angel was pissed drunk, and Hollywood found him on his boat. And that's how, if anything, we see a scene with him in Hollywood. He's finally waking up, and he pretty much tells Hollywood, get Aunt Vi, Charlie, and Nova together, because what I have to say, I'm only going to say it one time. So we see that Hollywood makes that happen. And so pretty much we see that everybody's all together, and pretty much we just see Ralph Angel is a shell of his former self. You can literally see that there has been like a part of Ralph Angel that has literally been ripped away from him. And it was very painful to watch. Shout out to Kofi Cerebro though. He did some phenomenal acting in this episode, because it literally made me tear up watching him in this scene. Because everybody's like wondering what's going on, are you like what's been bothering you, and then Charlie's like, well, is it the wedding? Because I know sometimes it's you get nervous before the wedding, and he said it ain't gonna be no wedding. And then she's saying that where's, and then all of a sudden they're like, where's Blue? What's going on? I mean, and then like when she said that there's no wedding or whatever, and then all of a sudden Aunt Vi was ready. She's like, oh, I knew that damn girl wasn't going to do some buck shit. Where's Blue? Where is he? Because Aunt Vi don't play when it comes to Blue. She practically helped raise him. So she don't play when it comes to Blue. But then he lets him know that she told me that he ain't mine. She told me that he's not my son. And we see that this has broken all of them down. We see both Charlie is like feeling some kind of way, Nova feels some kind of way, Vi feels some kind of way, and they all come in and like we actually see that both of his sisters come and they hug him. It was such a beautiful scene, and it really moved me deeply. I was like, wow. Because it's like they all love Blue, and they've all developed a strong attachment to him. And to find that out the way that he did, it was really fucked up. And it was. I mean, she didn't have bad intentions, but obviously she wasn't thinking. Because next thing you know, we see Hollywood runs into Darla, and Darla's like she's gonna go stay with her sponsor or whatever, and I know all of this is crazy, but I thought that I was gonna have a different reaction. He's like, come on, Darla, you smarter than that. Why didn't you just keep it to yourself? And she's like, well, my parents came, and I just, at that moment, I just realized that I wanted to make things right, and I didn't want to marry him having that secret, having that secret kept from him. I really wanted him to know what was really going on, and I really wanted to be honest with him. I'm like, boo boo, really? And then she's like, I just really wanted to make things right. And then Hollywood was like, ain't nothing right about this, not one damn bit. And he walked off. I'm like, that's why I fucks with Hollywood. Hollywood is the kind of man that I aspire to be, you know, because like he tells you what you need to say, and then he gonna cut it off. He was just like, I'm done with this damn girl, because you done literally messed up everything by telling that, and you don't realize how bad you have affected everything. But let me get on Charlie. Charlie and Remy are pretty much are excited because they're about to get their first harvest, and this is when they're going to really get a lot of their business to the mill, because now that they're harvest, they're going to be pulling, the farmer's going to be pulling the cane to take it to the mill to have it processed. Well, what ends up happening is that they get a damn visit from Jacob Bordelot. Jacob Boudreaux, I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden Remy kind of looking like, yo, what the hell is going on up in here? And she's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I really wanted to have a meet with you, mill owner to mill owner. And she's like, and she's like, anything you can say to me, you can say right in front of Remy. So he just stands there and not gonna say nothing. And Remy's like, it's alright. You can have your meeting with her. I'll be right outside, though. And he kind of walked up on Jacob and looked at him like, I was like, you better do that, Remy. You better let him know. Like, you try. Like, he kind of gave him that look. You try anything in here, I'm going to fuck you up. And next thing you know, he sits down with Charlie, and he tries to form an alliance with her. He's saying, like, yeah, you took about 40% of my farmers away from me. I mean, you pretty much, I'm just pretty much like looking at, wow, she really is doing something that she's getting all these farmers. And she was like, well, actually, it's 50 that I took from you. And second, the problem with you and the Landrys is that y'all think y'all own everything. You think you own the whole damn world. Well, I'm here to let you know those days are numbered, because my mill is going to grow. I'm going to get more farmers to the point I'm going to get everybody milling with me. But then he's saying that we don't have to do this. I'm very, intrigued by you. We can take this whole thing over, me and you. We don't have to worry about the past. Let's be about the money. And Charlie was like, I will never, ever work with you. And she's like, he's like, you sure about that? She's like, it's a promise. I will never work with you. And sent his ass up out of there. And then damn Remy was sitting right outside that door like, yeah, anything was gonna go down, Jacob was gonna get that head split. And I was so here for that. So I was like, yes, let it be known. So then, next thing you know, we see Charlie walks throughout the building, and she runs into Darla's ass. Like, Darla, you really think you still got a job? But anyway, so she pretty much tells her that, look, I know you've heard about a lot of stuff that's going on, but I just want you to know that my position here, that I'm loyal to this job, and I'm actually I'm here to let you know that I know you're upset with me, but I'm here about, I'm actually willing to still work here, and I'm still loyal to this too. I'm still loyal to the mill. Charlie was giving this look like, I know this sick bitch did not come up in here thinking she still had a job. But she politely says, Darla, you have lied to my family for 7 years. You broke trust, not only with them, but with me. So, this is no longer going to work out for you. I will give you a 2-week severance pay, have your stuff out of here within the hour. And didn't even give her a box. I was like, Charlie's like, bitch, be gone. Ain't nobody falling for your shit. Like, and it's like, darling, you did it to yourself. You should have never told that secret. And if you were going to tell it, you should have told it 7 years ago. So we see that they're opening the High Yellow, and we see that there's a lot of emotion there. But Aunt Vi, she gets the help from Charlie as well as Nova, and Vi lets them know, regardless, Blue belongs with us. Blue is still a member of this family. That is not going to change. We built a relationship with that boy. He's with us. And I was hoping they were going to do that they weren't going to take it out on Blue. Because Blue is the innocent party in this whole situation. So I'm glad they decided that, no, Blue is still our family. Blue belongs with us regardless. And she's like, yeah, that baby's our child. So then we see that, they finally open the High Yellow. Everybody comes in. All the farmers are happy because it's harvest season. So everybody's going to be, pulling, everybody's going to be, pulling their cane up. And then we see Ralph Angel. And they were thinking that Ralph Angel wasn't going to show up, but he did. And again, this whole episode, my heart really ached for Ralph Angel because Ralph Angel has just had one of the best things of his life literally ripped from him, and he's just like a shell. But he actually, he pretty much does a speech, for, the farmers and everything. He's saying that, we had a good year, and we're all looking forward to this harvest, and I know that my mom is smiling down on me, and I know I'm making my father proud, and this is really important for me, and I really am happy to be doing this with you guys, and you guys enjoy your breakfast and all of that, and we about to do big things with harvest. But then we actually see Hollywood notices it, and he kind of pulls him aside like, you okay, man? You gonna be alright? And he just looks like, there's only 2 things I wanted to do, was be a good father and to be a good farmer. And I'm trying to do at least one of them today. And I was like, oh my God. Damn. It was just such a moving episode. Like, it's crazy. So we see that, now things are now moving along. Charlie is excited talking to Nova. She's saying that, yes, I'm so happy because, the mill is going to be working. We're going to get a lot of these farmers to come in, and, it's going to look good for the mill, and I'm looking forward to it. And, Nova's on the phone talking to her, and she's like, yeah, girl, you're the first black woman, and you about to make some moves now, and, things are looking great for you. But then, while she's on the phone with Charlie, she gets a text from, one of her associates about, problems in Queen Sugar. And she pretty much tracks down one of her fellow writers or whatever, who sent her the email, and she's like, what the hell is this? What's going on here? She's like, look, there's been, a report saying that there are problems at Queen Sugar about the mills and that they're understaffed and they don't mill properly and all of this stuff, and it's a big dossier that's about to get printed. And she's like, and she pretty much told Nova that, look, I can print the story, but if you want, you can bring Charlie up on board with this, and she can get in front of it and do damage control. And then we see later on that Nova actually contacts the guy who's doing the story. He's pretty much saying that, hey, she's Charlie Baudelaire, she's Charlie she's pretty much Charlie Bollalone. I mean, she's well known, and hey, I'm gonna do the damn story because hey, that's money. Just somebody who's geeked to do that. And I'm thinking that damn reporter. I think I'm really believing that he definitely has connections with the Landrys and the Boudreaux, and that's where they got that information from. So, next thing you know, we see this throws everything off for everyone involved. We see that, Charlie is getting pushed back because one of the farmers, he's going by like, well, I hear this and I hear that, and he's not telling her up front where he's hearing this from or what's going on. He's believing the hype, and because the hype is big, he's just like, I can't work with you no more. I can't risk my farm and risk what I have. Because it seemed to me that maybe because Charlie's letting them know like there's nothing wrong with my mill. Everything is fine. Where are you getting this from? And he would never say it. And it really started to piss me off. Like, dude, you getting scared, but she's telling you up front that this is that everything is fine. You don't want to believe her after all the work she's done and after everything that she has sacrificed and how many meetings she's had with you. You want to just bail on her like that. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't do this. So now she's losing people to mill, and then on top of it, even on Ralph Angel's farm, he's trying to reach, Charlie and Remy. He ain't able to get them. People, and then also other fellow farmers are talking to Ralph Angel, and they talking like, yeah, they talking about the mill this and the mill that. Yo, how you know that your sister's mill is going to be right for us and all that? And Ralph Angel kind of like had Charlie's back. He's like, this ain't got nothing to do with her. This is the Landrys and the Boudreaux. These are the Landrys and the Boudreaux. They trying to take her down. They've always been trying to stomp us out, and they not gonna quit. They just not gonna stop. And at the end of the day, you need to stick with us because Charlie is about it. And I was just like, okay, that's good. But he's been trying to reach them and he ain't been able to get them. But he finally Remy came over and he's saying that, look, these assholes are not going to stop. These Landrys and these Boudreaux, this is a long fight, and they're not going to quit until they get this land back from us. And that's exactly what it is. They're going to try to sabotage us in every single way to stop us from us getting our harvest. And this is supposed to be a happy time, but it was just a stressful day for everyone involved. So we see that go on. So finally, we actually see that Nova finally sits down with Remy and Charlie, and Remy also affirms Ralph Angel, yeah, I know things are messed up, but your sister is gonna be on top of it. She got it handled. I know she's gonna come out on top. So don't worry about it. I know you upset that things are backed up right now, but we got this handled. And pretty much Nova sits down with them and lets them know that, look, this story's going to come out, but you have the option to control the narrative and give your own exclusive on the whole situation and do damage control. She's okay with it, but we see that Charlie is through. Because she's like, I literally underestimated their greed. Because these assholes are greedy beyond comprehension. But yeah, I'm down with doing the story. So Nova got that taken care of. But then next you know, Charlie gets up and she's like, "Where you going?" She says, "I'm going to find the source." So I'm like, okay, what did Charlie do? We're gonna find that out sooner or later. Then we also see that because we actually also saw that Nova had been spending some time with Aunt Vi, and she notices Aunt Vi is not well. She's like, "How you doing, Aunt Vi?" She's like, "I'm blessed." She's like, "That's just the answer that black people give, but at the end of the day, how are you? How are you really?" and she just kind of opens up about how she feels about what's going on with Blue and this whole situation, and just so much is going on that it's just weighing her down. But then we saw later on, Aunt Vi is laying in bed. Nova comes in there with her medication and some water, and she says that, yeah, I know now. So we now know that Nova now knows that Aunt Vi has lupus. And she says that, look, I know it's no cure for this, but we're going to make this happen. She's like, I'm going to set you up with a regimen too, so you'll get help on both ways. You get help from the doctor, and you also get help from the spiritual doctor. She's like, all right, Dr. Nova. And she sees that she hugs her, and Nova cries because, you know, this is her patriarch in her family, and the fact that she's dealing with lupus is a very hard disease to deal with. You know, shout out to Lady Nika, because she's a woman who actually battles lupus. And, you know, I saw her review of one of the, I think of the last episode that she did of Queen Sugar, and she talked about it. So, yeah, my heart goes out to her, and, you know, I love her reviews. She does great reviews of Queen Sugar, and, you know, definitely, you know, my heart and my love and my blessings go out to Lady Nika, so shout out to her. And, but yeah, just from this, it's like, because I don't know that much about lupus, but, you know, I know that definitely lupus is an illness that attacks your immune system, and it can really be hell on you. So my heart goes out to everyone that's battling lupus, and you're succeeding, you know, and I ask that God, you know, give these people the strength, and that one day they do find a cure to this illness. So we saw that go on. Now the last thing I'm going to talk about is Micah. Micah decided to take Kiki's word to make some noise. So what he did is that he wrote this affidavit talking about the Confederate general and the sword and all that. He posted it on all the lockers, and his friend is Robert, you know, his white friend at school. He's like, man, why are you putting it on the lockers? Why can't we just send it to everybody's email? And because Michael's like, man, everybody don't read their emails. At least if it's right here on their lockers, it's right there in their face. So we actually see that he gets mixed reactions. He sees these two people walk down, and they kind of threw the paper at him, and then the other two was like, yeah, Micah, that's what's up. Keep up the fight. Then we see that he gets summoned to the principal's office. The principal pretty much lets him know that, look, the board has heard about your actions, and yeah, you did a good thing, and they're gonna take down the sword, and you know they're gonna pretty much take down the post in the hallway, because she was saying that it's just, but she's saying, but because at first she's saying that, look, it's a part of our history. He's like, yeah, but it's a part of our history that is brutal to my people and brutal to me. And I don't think something like that should be celebrated. Yeah, it's a part of history, but it's not a part of history that needs to be acknowledged and celebrated, though. So she says that, yeah, they're going to take down the sword, but what you did by putting stuff on the lockers, and you didn't get, you know, any permit or any permission to do what you did, they're considering that vandalism on school property, so we're going to suspend you for 30 days. That's how they do. They give you something, and then they take something away. So that's exactly what happened to Micah. But I'm glad that Micah made some noise, because I'm starting to see that Micah is going to become a lot like Nova. I definitely see him becoming an activist and becoming somebody who's going to, like, lead the charge. So we saw that go down. Let's see. Oh, yes, and the last thing I want to talk about is we actually saw, like, in the scene with Hollywood and Darla, she had asked Darla, can they pick up Blue, and she's like, yeah, you know, they'll pick them. Well, yeah, we'll pick them up. And we saw that they picked up Blue, and we actually saw, you know, I think Vi was there, along with Nova and you know, Hollywood. And that was a really moving scene, because it showed that their love for him has not changed at all. And he's like, Auntie Nova. I was like, oh, he's so adorable. And then he's like, and then Bob's like, you know what? Today is your special day, and I'm going to make your favorite meal. What you want to eat, baby? And he's like, I want chicken wings. And I'm like, see, I already like you already, Blue. I love chicken wings, too. So, therefore, me and you need to hang out. So, I was like, yes, that's what's up. Like, Blue likes chicken wings. You're like, yes, and I like them crispy with honey barbecue. And I want that, I want the red beans and rice. And with some shrimp, but I really don't like the beans. And then Holly was like, the beans are the best part. He's like, okay, we can add the beans. And it was just cool because it shows that their love for Blue has not diminished whatsoever. And I'm really rooting to see what's going to happen with this. Because next week's the season finale, and I think it's going to be a 2-hour season finale. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting, and I can't wait to see what's going to go down. But that's what I have, everybody. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, I've started a GoFundMe. You can find that link in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I will be back with the next episode of Queen Sugar. So until then, everybody, take care.